Alright, this is an 03 Rubicon. Show you my override switches here. I'll start with this one. This one is the dome light override. So the door is open right now. If I engage that switch, it acts like the doors are shut. The way I installed that is on the back of this fuse panel here. There are some wires. Let's see if I can get in here. It's the fuse 4, I believe. Let's get some light in here, maybe. Maybe not. Alright. Yeah. So this wire here, which goes to, I can see that. It was pretty tight when I did this. Looks like it goes to the left side. It's the black wire is what I used. This side of the fuse on that black wire there runs back over to that switch, and then the other one, it's been a little while since I've done this, must have been there. So I tied in from this black wire, one goes to the switch, one goes back to this fuse. Basically snipped that, installed that wire. The trick about this switch is these switches are normally open in that position, and then when you flip them up, that's how you turn stuff on, is to close the switch. But in this case, we want the override to be like pulling the fuse out. So I had to flip the switch around, and you have to like file or grind the little tab off, because these have like an locating pin, so you can't put the switch in backwards. But as long as you get the nut on there tight, it's all right. That's the dome light override. Let's see the lights go out one more time. There they go. This middle one here is my clutch safety switch override. If I flip this up, I don't need to push on the pedal to start the engine or crank the engine. Let's utilize the starter. That one is just wired up, the switch is wired up normally, and it goes to this fuse here. So if you pull this fuse out, meaning it's open circuit, you don't have to push the clutch in. To start the engine. I think that's right. Yeah, so right now the switch is off. No, that's not right. I forget how it works. It works though. It's basically the automatic transmission fuse, I think. Anyways, it works. When you close the loop, you can run the starter without pushing the clutch in. But if you open it, you have to push the clutch in. Yeah. I think in the wiring diagram, they're like in parallel. Because that was kind of a pain to solder onto that and then cut the middle of the fuse out. But it worked. And then this third switch is the axle lock override. Lets you engage the lockers or keep them engaged, not being in low range, or if you're over the speed threshold, which is like 15 miles an hour or something. Kind of handy if you want to run high range, or two-wheel drive or whatever. that's pretty much it on the override switches.